Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching. This is Warren, aka Lighty Collects, and we're just going to have a closer look at the One Giant Leap that I got from Coin Club. But I think just before we go on to that, it's only right that I give you a quick update on yesterday. Those that follow know that it was the court case that was being brought against me, or preliminary hearing for a court case yesterday, and it was quite clear and quite comical, to be honest. Firstly, I knew that a preliminary hearing is just that. It's basically checking that everything is correct and ready to go ahead with a hearing, and then it would set a date. The other party seemed to be quite shocked that they wouldn't be getting a decision there and then, which, says a lot, really. But anyway, the judge made it abundantly clear from the outset that the claimant did not have a case at all. It was quite funny, to which the claimant responded, oh yes, I know that, I realised that last week. Absolute rubbish. If you'd realised that last week, you'd have either amended it or withdrew the case, so that was just rubbish. So the judge sort of gave him the option. He can go away and return in 10 days time with an amended version, or the case would be dismissed. And shockingly, the defendant chose to have the case dismissed. The judge did make several observations or remarks, one being, it's clear that you two don't get on. Have you considered mediation? To which I replied I was more than happy to do mediation, and the other party flatly refused, stating that they intend to bring another 20 to 30 claims against me for a breach of contract. Now, the judge did make a remark in there about a signed contract, which there certainly isn't. There never has been, and there never will be. I did ask the the claimant to draw one up, but he flatly refused. So there you go. That will be interesting. The judge then also remarked that there could well come a time where the court will make a ruling banning him from bringing any further cases, which is certainly what we will be asking for in the next hearing, if it goes ahead. It's as it is, really. The claimant, again, as it was wrapping up, the judge remarked about, having mediation, saying that it didn't need to be a professional or a court-appointed person. It could be anybody. And that leads me on to actually think about it a little bit more detailed, The claimant's partner is allegedly a counsellor. And you would imagine that would be somebody in the perfect position to mediate, but it is as it is, and for now the case was dismissed and no further action taken, which is what we expected. So enough of that rubbish and nonsense. Let's move on to what we're all here about. I'll go back to that in a minute. So I showed this yesterday, but I wanted to have a little bit of a closer look at this, because I love it. I think it's beautiful. It really is so stunning. Oh, we got it out quite easily this time. So this is the One Giant Leap commemorative from a coin club, and it's obviously celebrating, it's NASA official apparently, which I didn't realise. So celebrating 50 years since the moon landings, and on the reverse side of it you will see that this apparently was actually a circulated $half, or one that was in circulation in 1969, and they really cleverly put it into this commemorative, and it's quite weighty, and I was giving you an idea yesterday about the actual size of it. It is 75 millimeters in diameter. Let's just have a look what we've got here. So I've got just a standard 1 ounce coin for a comparison. So, you know, that's just a standard Germania 1 ounce coin, and you can just see the price the size comparison there. And it is quite weighty. So it comes in a really nice box. The only thing I was disappointed about was the COA. It's the only paperwork that comes with it. Sorry, if I can just, it's easier if I get it out myself, isn't it? I thought that they could have done a little bit more. God, I can't get it out now. Oh, there we go. They could have done a little bit more with the information that came with it. It's just a piece of card, and then the One Giant Leap on there, and with the specifications. Obviously, as you can see on there, limited edition of 1969, obviously commemorating the date. And you can see it's incredibly detailed around all of the coin. I pointed this part out yesterday. So it tells you there, Apollo 2, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins. And then you have One Giant Leap. And then down on this side, I'm not going to be able to quite read that, am I? That's a bit of a shame. Alright, so we have engine cut off. I can't read that. Transfer, orbit, I think. Something about the ignition. Transferring something again. So it gives you a nice kind of almost like a timeline, isn't it? You know, like timestamp timeline thing of the rocket going up to Mars before it's landing. And then obviously the main central piece is the astronaut. And let's see what we've got right down at the bottom here. So, for mankind, Sea of Tranquility Lunar Service. There we go, 1969 to 2019. I just think that is so pretty, and as I said, obviously on the reverse of it, In God We Trust, the 1969 Kennedy $half, and the surface is, I'm assuming, made to look like the moon surface. And for me, you know, I'm really not a fan of commemoratives. I don't generally buy them unless I get them, you know, in a mystery box like I've had recently from Coin Club. I try to avoid them because it's just not something that I'm too fussed about. But I just thought this one was absolutely stunning, and I think it was Lou who commented that it would actually look really nice with my other Tears of the Moon, isn't it? Although that one is actually a coin, and so you can just get to see the difference in the size of the two of them there. And obviously this was the domed sort of snow one, and absolutely beautiful that one is as well. And asking about this has been made, you wouldn't normally handle it, but the way it's been made is so it enables handling without leaving the smudge marks, etc. But it is beautiful, and there you go, there's the two of them next to each other. It just really gives you a proper indication of just how big this one really is. And it's one that as I say, I'm over the moon, pardon the pun, to get and add to my collection. I think it's just something a little bit different, and as I say, it's not something that I would normally have bought, but for me, I just thought it was absolutely stunning. And I can't remember the exact price, but I thought it was a very good price. It was in the sale, but even so, I still considered it to be a very good price that I paid for it. So I said we would get back to this. Obviously those who follow regularly will know that for one reason or another I haven't been doing any live streams on a Saturday for the past few weeks. I've just taken a step back and, you know, just avoided it really with everything else that was going on. Lou has now finished her prison sentence and she is now available again on Saturdays. So I haven't spoken with her just yet, but there's a possibility that we will be live this Saturday from 11 till 1. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll try to give you an update, and yeah, so keep an eye on the channel. I'm sure Lou will comment whether she's going to be around, and until then, I guess keep yourself safe, love and respect you all, and I'll catch you guys soon.